DeMeco, you could have gone to other teams. Why the Texans? And did you give serious consideration to the other teams, especially Denver, since you interviewed there? And how close did you come to going to the Broncos?
Thanks for the question, John. I'm thankful for the Denver Broncos, and we had great interviews there, great people there. But when it came down to it, there is no place I wanted to be any more than H-Town. So it was an easy pick for me. It was a no-brainer to be here. All right, be home. It was a no-brainer. So it wasn't a difficult decision at all. It was very easy.
It's business suit season in the National Football League. We've had 2 of the coat and tie press conferences. The only time you will ever see an NFL head coach looking like Tom Landry, the introductory press conference. Frank Reich earlier this week, DeMeco Ryans yesterday. And Peter, that's a new approach. Okay, we see guys stand at the podium. We see guys sit behind a table. This configuration the Texans came up with a couple of nightstands, and he's sitting on a folding chair in the middle. I don't know if they brought in some consultant on how best to present your head coach, but it's just I've never seen that one before. With you can actually see that the coach has legs. That's different. So we'll have 3 more of these business suit season press conferences coming up. Sean Payton eventually, we think. And the Cardinals and Colts inevitably, we believe, will hire coaches. So we'll see how the next 3 go. But 2 down, 3 to go, and they can put their suits back in the closet until the next time they're hired to be a head coach of a team.
You know, the one thing I thought of, I watched a bunch of clips about DeMeco Ryans, and it's very clear to see why the Texans wanted him. 3 reasons. Number 1, he loves that franchise. That franchise gave him a chance to basically burnish his reputation and earn his spot as as a Pro Bowl player. That's number 1. Number 2, he is immensely self-assured. And I noticed this, you know, I don't know him well at all. I've only met him a couple of times, so I can't tell you anything really inside about DeMeco Ryans. I just know this from his players. And the reason why I thought that of all the coaches in this cycle, except for Sean Payton, the one guy I would want is DeMeco Ryans. It was a very simple reason. The players who play under him, who play for him, don't feel that way. They feel like they're playing with him. And I think, you know, I talked to a couple of guys on the Niners, including Fred Warner, who essentially had a great line, you know, to me. He goes, this guy did what I'm trying to do. You know, I mean, at the highest level of the sport. And he's one-on-one with me. And he has given me the faith that I can do this. And look, I'll also say this. Those guys loved Robert Saleh. Loved him. And DeMeco Ryans was the perfect replacement for Saleh because he's one of them. And I think that's one of the things today. If you're looking for a coach, now look, he's got to figure out who's my offensive coordinator, who's my quarterback coach, who is going to teach a quarterback to take us to the promised land. That's important. He knows that's not his forte. So now that becomes the most important job in this organization. Who is going to take the quarterback, put the arm around the shoulders, give him tough love when he has to, and who's going to take that quarterback, whoever he is, you know, with the number 2 pick in this draft, whoever he is, who's going to take that quarterback and make him great?
Yeah, and if that guy does a good enough job, he's going to be a head coach somewhere else, and then you have to find another offensive coordinator. That's one of the caveats that I mention from time to time when you hire a defensive coordinator to be your head coach. I want Sean Payton, Drew Brees joined at the hip for 15 years, and I know no matter how successful we are, I don't have to worry about losing my quarterback whisperer. That's going to be part of the challenge for the Texans. But hey, being so good that you lose your offensive coordinator to another team as a head coach would be the best possible problem the Texans could have, because in recent years, they have been more dysfunctional as a football operation. The Commanders have been overall more dysfunctional for non-football reasons, but the Texans have been the most dysfunctional football operation in the NFL, and this, for their sake, hopefully breaks the cycle. They had one and done with David Culley, one and done with Lovie Smith. DeMeco Ryans will not be one and done. The question is, how quickly can he turn this team around? I think we all believe that he will. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.